Hello, and welcome to Rhapsody. This episode, Hunting High and Low, which is our last food-based episode, in which we decide to go and get our food ourselves. This episode is entirely devoted to games involving hunting. Whether or not we are actually doing the hunting or being hunted ourselves in one case. That's basically what this episode's about. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. So, this is Duck Hunt. Specifically versus Duck Hunt. So this actually is an arcade release of Duck Hunt.
I hate Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
My aunt had it as one of her NES games. I remember playing it and hating it.
Yeah, so the arcade release of this, it's basically Duck Hunt, but it actually goes through all the different versions, because Duck Hunt itself had 3 different modes. This kind of consolidates it all into one experience, also adding a few extra things. So why don't we go ahead and put some quarters in. And since this is a zapper gun, we need to use a light gun. One thing about MAME is you can use custom crosshairs. Oh, there we go.
Yep, that fucking song is burned into my brain.
Okay, so Duck Hunt, you have 3 shots to shoot the ducks. Okay.
The secret is to just jam the light gun up against the screen.
I like that you got a Puzzlo as your cursor.
Yes, because the default MAME one is actually kind of a little hard to actually see. Or to actually gauge where the shot is. So yeah, our goal is to shoot... Oh. There we go. Yeah. So when you shoot so many ducks, you get to the other mode that's in Duck Hunt, clay pigeon shooting.
So you might want to explain the flashing that's happening.
Oh, right. So, yeah, because I forgot this is the first time we've seen one of these kind of light gun games. So the way that the NES light guns work, actually, here's the thing they added, a bonus round. So the bonus round, you just basically, ducks will fly and you have unlimited shots. There's one thing you can do in this mode, though.
Shoot dog! Shoot dog!
You can shoot dog.
Something we've been wanting for years.
Wow, after all those years they've been complaining about it, it turns out it was feared the whole time.
Yes. And then it just...
What?
It restarts.
Why is he jumping me down like that?
God damn it. Yeah. You have 5 misses that you have, and then you game over. So the way that the light gun actually works is that when I shoot, you'll see the screen go black with some white boxes on screen. So the way that the light gun, you basically point at the screen, and when you pull the trigger, it's basically looking that if it sees that white box. God damn it. Also, there's something about the hitboxes in this that something just seems a little off. And yeah, that's game over. Also, this is the worst name registration thing. Do you see a problem here?
It is so slow.
Oh god.
Do you see that timer in the top left?
Oh, it's impossible.
Yeah.
So it's because there's a delay between...
And you can only go left and right.
That's weird.
That is
And it's not like
pretty
you can
off.
shoot the individual letters over LPE.
Because that would make sense.
Yeah. So.
Or add to the timer each time you make a shot.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much Duck Hunt. That's pretty much all that you could really say about it.
Okay, that was a great stream. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah. So go ahead and
Oh,
just
there's
rank.
more?
Well, yeah. Oh, let me just do that. Okay.
Fuck Duck Hunt.
Yeah, so that definitely falls into Dex category. I would probably play track and field over that. Yeah. Any objections?
No.
Okay. I want to say that was I think the original was like almost close to a launch game for the Famicom. So I think it was 94 that particular version came out. Well, the NES version came out in 84.
Mm-hmm.
But and also the NES release schedule is always, or the arcade release schedule. I'm just gonna put 84. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, so this is episode 18, 1984.
This was released as an arcade game in the Nintendo Versus series in 1984.
Okay. So this is gun. Tone, atonal, pretty much. OST, non-existent. World building. It has the dog. That's about it.
You're a hunter. You've got a dog. You're shooting ducks.
I mean,
It's pretty basic.
oh, but see. For craft. Let's see. It does what it needs to do.
Yeah, it does it fine.
Yeah, let's see.
As I said, the secret technique is just jamming the gun up against the screen.
Pretty much.
Yes.
I did as a kid.
Yeah.
Impact. I would say this is practically one of the. I mean, that Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt cartridge is damn near like glued to every NES that ever came out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also, Duck Hunt itself is a very famous light gun game.
yeah, it was one of the games to push the light gun or the zapper in basically the zapper as a thing.
Now, before like the Atari VCS and that, like home light gun games were very popular, but you're right, this pushes the zapper. Now the zapper. Oh, go ahead.
Which actually, if I remember correctly, I believe Nintendo made stuff before the Famicom, like even TV stuff. Like they had like their own version of a Pong thing. I want to say there was actually a home version of Duck Hunt as well, and this version is the NES version is actually kind of an adaptation of that. But yeah, age at least a D.
Yeah, it is aged pretty terribly.
Yeah.
Well, the game's so tiny, it was a pack-in with freaking Super Mario Brothers.
Also, one thing I would give against age, this technically is not against the game itself because I don't think they had this in mind. But light gun games, playing them legitimately now is actually really tough. Because you either have to know an arcade that has a working machine, or you have to have a CRT TV still you have something that you can plug it into.
Yeah, because the zapper doesn't work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not CD displays.
Yeah, so I don't know if it quite goes in E territory in that case.
I would almost say E just by virtue of obsolescence.
Yeah. touch. You get also, by the way, those 5 tries. That's the highest you can go. I set that to be high. Normally it's 3, and it can get pretty tough.
I know Duck Hunt's an absolute bastard.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience.
Although that is one thing that they actually, now that I think about it, they did change from the NES to arcade. In the NES version, you basically had to fulfill a quota. Because you saw at the end where it would like shift all of your hits to the left side. Basically, you had to get past a meter that was below it. So, like, in order to go to the next round, you had to get at least 6, or you had to get 8. Whereas this, it's just straight up, you lose a life for a miss. Which is, now that I think about it, kind of weird. So yeah, I would actually give that version of the game maybe even a D. Because what you're trying to do is pretty simple, but it's pretty tough.
It's a simple procedure, but it's not done well.
So the arcade version, if you have 5 rounds with no birds at all, you're kicked out.
If you have, no, it's not 5 rounds. It is 5 misses, period. There's 2 ducks. There's 2 objects per kind of go. So you have 2.5 rounds if you don't shoot anything.
Wow, just 5 misses, period, total. That's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, is that sequential, or is it like, I'm sorry,
Overall.
not overall? Okay.
So
I meant consecutive.
Yeah.
No,
it's
it
not
doesn't need to be in a
consecutive.
row. It's just you have 5 misses. That's it.
Yeah.
It is not a nice game.
Because the original, you could miss as many times, but like the point is if you didn't get enough ducks, then you would fail.
Yeah.
It's a pretty shitty change.
Yeah.
Arcades.
Yeah. So I'd probably put D. Okay. So yeah, that's Duck Hunt. We had to take a look at it, and if we're doing a hunting episode, it's perfect time. But this next game, so it's gonna be kind of weird going into this kind of off the bat. But if we're talking about games about hunting for food, it'd be kind of interesting to take a look at a game in which you are actually the quarry that is being hunted.
The most dangerous game.
Yes. Sometimes things are after you in order to eat you, not the other way around.
What?
Let's take a look at this game, in which that is exactly the case, except I forgot that this is going to take a long time to load. Come on.
Nope.
I know that it works because I was playing it earlier today. Come on. Okay, hopefully it doesn't take... There we go. So, this game. Let me boost the volume a little bit. So...
Oh, this is wonderful.
This is... Hopefully... This is Roadrunner.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is Roadrunner. We play as a titular bird, and we have to get food. However, we are being chased by Wile E. Coyote himself. So, why don't I just go ahead and get this game started? Also, for some reason, if you are not familiar with this franchise, basically this is part of the Looney Tunes kind of thing. And yeah, basically it is based on the old cartoons in which Wile E. Coyote goes to insane, kind of crazy methods to get this bird to fail every time. So let's go ahead and start this game. So the funny thing about that, you saw those little descriptions? Like the little funny Latin names?
They did that in the start of each episode.
Yes. Also, they're random every time you play.
Oh.
There's like a huge bank of them too, because I've not seen any repeats. So yeah, we need to, it is best to kind of get all the seeds you can, that seed meter in the top is actually not a timer, it is basically how many times you can skip over the seed. So the control for this game is kind of weird because it actually, rather than having like a digital joystick that was kind of popular at the time, it actually had an analog joystick. So you had not just an 8-way kind of thing. Oop. Okay.
This game is non-canon.
Also, you kind of don't want him to, or Wiley to go off screen, because every time he goes off screen, he kind of gets rocket skates and kind of jets up to get you. Listen.
You got womp womp.
This game is incredibly non-canon. I hate it.
So very much non-canon.
It's okay to skip seed.
I need to get the bonus.
Don't you dare skip any of those seeds.
God damn it.
Well, trying to get all the seeds consistently fucking you over and you're losing lives.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Here's stage 2. Okay. This part kind of sucks because, sometimes you can get in positions in which you basically have very little, like, control over whether or not you're gonna get caught or not. Okay. Also, I should mention that this is an Atari, or you probably might have seen it on the title screen, but this is an Atari game. You can definitely tell by the sound effects. Because if I insert another coin, or if it... I can't get to it right now, but let's see.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't do it while I'm at here. Yeah, it's the same exact coin as noise as Gauntlet has in like all their games.
I had no idea that this was an arcade game. I thought this was a bad NES game.
Yeah, there is. I'm more familiar with the NES port, but I have seen it in arcade once. But yeah, that NES port is not that good.
Blue Bird needs seed badly.
Pretty much. Also, the control is not that great.
I would imagine
super
so.
slippery.
That also could have been. This is actually one of the few games in which playing on
Non-canon.
Good. The merry-go-round. The merry-go-round came round.
Okay. So I'm gonna do another round, just to kind of show off one nice thing that this game does.
That it doesn't set off fireworks a week in advance.
If you go into that little cave, you continue off where you left. So this has a really weird roundabout continue system.
Whatever works.
Which is very much a very Atari thing to do. Also,
I do love their use of public domain.
Since this is analog, you can, if you hold, like, you can change your speed by not going max speed. But also, what I was saying earlier is basically this is actually a game that using like a modern controller to actually control actually is more accurate than using anything else.
Isn't there a jump button?
Yes. There's not. I don't really have a use for it in this kind of situation. There are platforming segments later on, like in later levels.
That's exactly.
And weren't there also
what
ground
it is.
hazards as shown in like the track screen?
Yes.
I do appreciate that she's using public domain music in true Looney Tunes style.
Yeah. It is the case where it actually makes complete sense. God damn it.
You can ignore Seed.
Oh.
This is very fun.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if
One
I
hell
can
of a gulp noise.
So
Yeah.
what are the bonuses?
What do you mean?
Lives.
At the bottom?
Lives.
Yes, lives.
Yeah. Okay.
There, and I think this is, yep, and level 2. This level sucks. I got it.
I see why.
Yeah, how do you like... How do you
Oh
like...
no.
Yeah, how do you like, getting really screwed over by taking wrong paths?
Very much. I enjoy it a lot.
If you could jump to change
Yeah, you
tracks
can.
or to avoid, but you can't apparently. So
Yeah, you can.
Or if you at least had wider tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, if you didn't get caught on everything. Because that's my problem, is getting caught on stuff. Like, if you were going up at an angle... Damn it. Okay, so yeah, that is, yeah, that is, Roadrunner.
The merry-go-round broke down is a good-ass song.
Yes.
Yes. Also, it has the meat very good. Okay, so yeah, that is Roadrunner. Oop. Okay. Okay. So, I consider that's probably more of an attack game than a dex game, I'd probably say, yeah. Yeah, because it's almost kind of a weird maze-like game if you think about it from a weird angle. Just trying to think. I would play it above Rally X.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I don't-
really, huh?
Well, it's definitely above Toy Pop, but I probably actually would probably play that over stock Rally X. New Rally X I wouldn't, but stock Rally X, I think with it being kind of a dick sometimes, and just kind of monotonous, I'd rather play Roadrunner over that. But yeah, I wouldn't put it over. I wouldn't put it over Thunder Force. 13.5. Road. Oh, not Roadrunner.
I think the Roadrunner game is hurt a little bit by fake difficulty.
That also could. I could also kind of deviate. Well, yeah, but I still like that as a game more over Rally X. Because while even though Rally X might technically be more fair, I think Roadrunner is a more interesting game. At least that's my take. That was 1985. Nope, not 1895. Atari games. Paid. And that was a maze game. Kind of. Should we put that as silly?
Yeah. I mean, it's a fucking Looney Tune.
Yep. OST. I mean, it uses public domain almost entirely, but that's kind of what the source material also used.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they put some hardware into it too.
Yeah, it is really good renditions of that music.
It's like a B or a C.
I was thinking more B than C. Because it is real. It's public domain, but I mean, it fits what it's doing.
Mm.
It doesn't quite feel as lazy as it sometimes is used. Also, it's really good renditions of those pieces of music. I'm going to put that in B. World building. And now, I know for a lot of the times when we had, like, especially like the licensed brawlers, that we put the, we considered what the source material was like when we're gauging this. This game definitely, like, the thing about the Roadrunner cartoons that was always great the thing that I always thought fun about them was the whole, how was the trap that Wily builds and, trying to catch the Roadrunner. It wasn't playing as a Roadrunner. Like, the Roadrunner is almost like the bad guy in those, even though it was, in a way, kind of trying to be the other way around. Like, I always thought Wile E. Coyote was the more sympathetic than the Roadrunner. You kind of wanted to get him to win once.
He just wanted to eat.
No, it wasn't the entire point, just that it was essentially a take on Tom and Jerry, I think it was.
Yes.
Yes.
The creator just thought it was fucking ridiculous, and it was basically satire initially, but it's just people fell in love with it.
But yeah, because I was thinking, like, if you're doing a Roadrunner game, it'd be something like where you're trying to build a trap. There is actually a game in which you do that. Which
I like, as far as the game is concerned, it would be a lot more fun to be Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So that's the only thing I would say against it. Although I'd probably, I don't know if I'd put that against the craft or the world building though. But the world building, like what they had, they did a relatively good job of like portraying the kind of feel of a Looney Tune kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like at certain points, there is certain like platforming things, and like Wile E. Coyote can fall into pits, and he has a little sign up and everything. So they definitely have the style of the cartoon down pretty well, especially for 1985. So I'd at least give it a B. I don't know if I'd give it A.
Oh, for supplemental reading, I just posted an article about Chuck Jones' rules for when he wrote the Roadrunner cartoons.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that later. But yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking B for World.
I would give it that.
C, on the other hand, it's kind of a game you could almost put anything else in. Like, it doesn't necessarily need to be a Roadrunner game. Like, I felt like there was a little bit of wasted potential with that. So...
I think it would have benefited if it was faster. Like, the biggest problem is the heck you have to slow down and bump into the pixels. You don't slide off pixels and bump into them.
That's also another thing, is that things are way too tight. Like, the pickup radius for the bird seat is really tiny. And a lot of the time it's getting the controls to work to pick the thing up.
Right, and this is from the guys who, well, they licensed Pole Position, but they made Road Blasters.
Yes.
So they could have made this a much faster and more visceral game.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels like they could have done a little bit more. Like, the game itself is competent. It's just, it felt like it could probably do a little bit more. So I'd give it probably a
jackass.
That too, but that's a different category.
True. No, the game itself, I don't know if I'd give it a C in craft. Like, it does what it's doing just fine.
I could see it getting a D.
The level design is found wanting, in my opinion at least.
I'd be down with that.
the scenes where the highway was wide and you were dodging traffic and rocks, that looked fun.
Yes.
The maze sequences looked like bullshit.
They were. That is why.
Yeah, it would have been more interesting if it was like you dodging him, dodging traffic, and then dodging traps.
Also, I would point. I just want to say that they had you going under a bridge, like through a highway. They missed a chance to actually do the thing from the Roadrunner cartoon where you it paints paints the tunnel that you go through that he cannot. I was surprised that it actually didn't do that at some point. But yeah, that's just that. Impact. I would say this game is relatively obscure because it's mainly in that it's one of those games that appeared on a lot of European computers. The only home port that came out over here was an unlicensed NES port. That
was unlicensed?
Yeah, it was a Tengen game.
Oh, Tengen, right. So yeah. Atari made it. But it was on Nintendo without their blessing.
Yes. And it's also not that good. But anyway, I would probably put this in E territory. Even though it's based on Looney Tunes, I think it's of the games that are known as for being Looney Tune games, it's relatively obscure. Age. This one is definitely aged quite a bit. Mainly in the control, I would say. It just feels rough.
Yeah.
Not completely though, because the point of the actual basic game seems fine. But yeah, it just feels really old and clunky. Touch. Yeah, best.
Is there any? Yeah.
I don't know.
Gets you straight into the garbage.
I don't know if I'd call it D or quite full E territory, but definitely D.
Yeah, I wouldn't say E, but it is not a nice game.
Just trying to think, because I remember watching a video that kind of went through the whole game, or at least if not the whole game, then a lot of it. Because I think this is one that it just endlessly loops. So yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, there's those platforming segments, and if I remember correctly, they had really strict timing. So I'll go E. Okay. This. Okay, so yeah, that is that was Roadrunner. So, as mentioned earlier, it's not just hunting, like standard hunting, that we're going to be taking a look at. We can take a look at something like this. And I bet you this is also going to take its sweet time to load as well.
I feel like they're all going to take their sweet time, but let's just enjoy Mr. Libido.
Yeah, well, there's actually there's two that I bet you are not. Also, I'm going to go ahead and say, I actually am not sure how this game works. Because we'll see when we get into the game. Also, this might be just a smidge loud. But yeah, this is the Black Bass. This is a fishing game. Boy howdy, is this a fishing game.
Why don't you show us?
That fish was very much blue, so it's already lying to us.
Oh boy. So this is developed. This is developed by Hot Bee. Which
Hot Bee?
Hot Bee.
Balls.
Okay. I am a beginner. Okay.
Okay, that is the best announcer ever.
Okay, so...
That man's just here for the paycheck.
Okay. We can move to another place. Where should we be?
Go towards the deep part.
Okay.
Really? I thought bass aren't shallow fish.
Oh, are we hunting bass? Then yeah,
Yes.
you want to go more.
You want to be southeast, and you want to be in one of those little cul-de-sac things.
Okay.
I thought they'd be more like towards the grassy area.
You think? Okay.
Yeah, because
Well, we have... Well, okay. So the thing is and this is just a... I'm just gonna go ahead and say this game's not that great. Let's cast.
Oh.
So the thing is, in order for us to get to our menu, we have to cast out and then reel it in. So let's see, data for this point. Here is Nice Bass Point.
Wait, where is nice bass? What?
I think we're in the bottom right.
Where you are.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see, we have... I don't know what any of this
frog.
means.
Go with frog.
Okay. Let's cast.
Good luck.
No.
Launch that sucker out there.
It's a really good noise.
It's almost like we're really hearing it get reeled in. I feel like I'm there.
Ah.
Oh my god, this game.
This game kinda sucks.
Let's move to a different point. Let's go up here.
And that spot was a good point. Your lure just sucked. Just go with the fucking pencil lure.
Okay. Okay. Pencil bait. Casting.
You don't
Also-
even see anything.
Yeah.
So, fishing.
Yep. That's what I meant to do. Let's see, what's that? Here's Nice Bass Point. Try one more time.
Does the guy rent you boats by the hour?
I don't know.
There's a trick to it, I'm sure.
Not playing the game.
That's kind of... so here's the fun thing about this. That is the depth of your lure. So here's the thing about this particular game. This is actually technically the Black Bass 2. When it came out over here, it came out as just the Black Bass. The Black Bass 1 is even worse than this. Somehow.
Okay, yeah, you need to keep presenting your bait as you do it, so you need to keep moving your lure from side to side.
Yeah, this has Famicom all over it. Like I said, this is the game that Dad buys.
And if the bass likes it, the bass will come up and come for it.
Okay.
Try to keep it closer to the shoreline.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
There he is.
Oh my god, something happened!
Yes!
No!
Here he comes! He goes away!
No, you bastard!
Why don't you stop moving when it like appears?
Here, let's go back and try. Oh.
No. Let me see.
On. You!
No, I think you need to keep presenting the lure.
I see it.
Oh, it's right there.
Okay, how? Okay, I'm gonna get this guy.
Ignore you, bastard. There you go. Fight.
Yeah, I may have looked up a game facts guide.
I figured.
Yeah, I think you're on the same one as I am.
There's only one.
Oh.
Oh, don't keep reeling after you hear that noise.
Yeah, that's what. That's line tension, right?
That means that he's ripping on the line. If you keep pulling, it'll break the line.
That said, you have worn the fish out. So.
Yeah.
Because on the lower left, that is the fish's endurance meter.
That's what I figured, because the game we take a look at, which is the pseudo sequel to this, has similar mechanics, just presented a lot nicer. Hey, I got it!
Hey, you got a black bass, nice.
Nice. They recommend A left, right, and just repeat that for your present.
Okay.
That should get you a consistent.
Okay, let's try that again.
See, I was approaching it the same way I approached Fishing Planet, forgetting that this is like so not even close. The same thing. Because if you start changing it up, then apparently the fish will not be interested. I think it just means to tap A. So like left, right, tap, left, right, tap.
Oh, let's see if I can...
Remember, don't change it up, just keep the pattern and rhythm.
Yeah.
That fish was a jerk anyway.
Yeah, we don't want him.
I kind of want to get a little bit closer to the boat anyway.
This is like a Simpsons joke.
Yes, Lee
Also, you're
Carvel's black
drifting
bass.
super hard to the left. God, this game sucks.
It really does.
Let me cast one more time.
On your first catch, you got the #1 sought-after freshwater game fish.
I'm glad that you managed to bumble your way into one of the ideal fishing spots.
I think I did actually glance at the guide, just a little bit.
I also appreciate that the guide has an ASCII map for the lake.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Oh, wow. Wait, there's only one lake?
Yeah.
There's a couple. There's Japan Lake, Moore Lake.
No, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Haha.
Let's see. Your results for today.
Yeah, there's the 4 lakes.
You know what? Yes.
If you want, I could give you passwords to go to different lakes.
I think we're good.
Damn!
But we haven't seen all that this game has to offer.
Oh.
This is so early NES.
That bass is now going away.
Okay. It was 1980. No, that's the first release.
$1987.
That particular version came out October 18th, 1988.
Wow.
So 11 days before I was born. Also, this wasn't developed by Hot B, it was actually published by Hot B, and developed by a company called Another.
Another what?
That it's just Another. It's just the
Another
name of the developer.
Another what?
Another bad developer.
Okay.
Another phenomenal fishing game to add to your collection.
Okay, yeah, that is the blue marlin. Not the blue marlin, the black bass.
The black bass.
I might have just slipped
God.
and said what the next game is. But yes. I would technically probably consider that actually a next game. Because that's kind of what that game is. Also, I would probably play that other underneath Duck Hunt.
Oh, wow.
You think?
I could see that, though. Duck Hunt has less going for it, but it's less obtuse.
That did
Okay, but could you show the famous ad for the black bass?
Oh, it's in the thumbnail, I thought.
Thumbnail. It is in the thumbnail, and it's great.
Yeah. So that's actually the Japanese box art.
Oh, it is the Japanese box art?
Yeah, because it's the Black Bass 2.
Yes, which is the Japanese name for the black bass.
Yes, because there was Black Bass 1, which, as I said earlier, was actually worse than this.
Oh, yeah.
No, like
Even that was on the MSX, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. But yeah, it is this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure looking kid with the TV flooding water, him just going, oh, holding this huge black bass. Although I will say that I do like the box art for the first game, which is basically just a black bass with a bow tie and sunglasses and a hat. And the US box art is just really boring.
Oh, for the first game, for the NES version.
For the Famicom version.
Yeah. Because the MSX version of the first Black Bass had an infinitely less interesting box art.
But yes, that is... Yeah, that's the Black Bass. Platform... NES. Subgenre. Do I have fish? I don't have fish. I'll just put sport.
Tone fishing is a sport.
Yeah. Tone, atonal. Soundtrack.
Oh God.
Terrible.
One song over and over again.
And it's not even good.
The only song you'll ever need.
Okay, what's the difference? Okay. Are we at the level of the sound, the game's sound detracts from the experience, or mute the game or experience pain?
Like, it wasn't painful, it's just maddening. Which, I mean, I guess you can call painful.
You kept fast forwarding. If I had to sit there and listen to that while sitting there.
Well, I mean, I think we're going more in terms of just playing it normally. And in that case, I would go with like.
It's the sound of madness.
I would say it's more of like an E.
Yeah.
Maybe like a low D. I know it's actually not possible, but still.
I was muting it while you were playing it.
It's okay, and that. It's at least an E.
Like, it's not gonna fucking kill me, but also it is maddening after a very short amount of time, so I would say E personally.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just trying to think what exactly I would give an F. Because that is a game that I could potentially see.
I'd say F is where the soundtrack actively detracts from the game. Like, it is genuinely painful.
Or had actual displays of incompetence.
Or also, like... I think also sound effects kind of go in there as well.
Friday the 13th on NES would be an example of a game where every sound from it is excruciating.
I don't remember that one being that bad. Also, the fun fact about that game, even though we're not looking at it. That game was actually developed by Atlas. So the same people who did the music in that game also did the music in Shin Megami Tensei.
Wow. Someone got a better budget.
Well, probably more Megami Tensei than Shin Megami Tensei, but yeah, anyway, that's beside the point. World building. I would honestly give that X, because I don't even know.
Yeah, there was a world.
You're fishing, and there's a mustachioed dude who told us to have a good time.
Craft.
It is a very basic fishing game.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that it even kind of fails at that a little bit.
It doesn't really follow any like fishing rules. The lures don't really matter, and
also mechanically, it's like really unintuitive.
Yeah.
So, and let me, because I'm debating either D or E. Make sure, what did they put here? Let's see. This game had interesting ideas in mind, but failed to execute them as well as it could. This game feel is formulaic and offers little from games that have come before it. I think I might need to rewrite that. I don't think that's how I've been using that.
Because like the way I would describe this is it's so bare bones that it doesn't really represent what it's going for.
It's really basic, but at the same time, it manages to just be incredibly unintuitive.
Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I would probably put that in E, because I think for E,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, I'll put that there. Impact. I mean, it was a game that was known. I remember renting this at one point, actually.
I mean, the only reason, at least I know, that it's known at all is because of the box art for the Japanese version.
Yeah. I would put D. We don't need to discuss that. Yeah, because this game's aged incredibly poorly.
Can it go lower than E on that?
No, it can't. And touch. Do we just go all out and say no, E or D? I would say D just because of it's unintuitive. When I caught it, it actually felt fine. Like, it wasn't super hard. It's just really
getting
unintuitive.
Getting the fish to hit is way more difficult than it.
Learning how to get the fish to hit, more importantly.
Yeah. And then getting it to work consistently.
Which you won't.
Right, exactly.
So I'd probably put that D over complete E. Because, if it was hard once you even hit it, I would probably say E.
No, once you hit it, it's a fucking breeze.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Like, the difficulty is inconsistent in the weirdest ways.
I've already pre-loaded the next game. But yes.
Right, you did.
So yeah. This next game, I actually mentioned it earlier, and Kronos brought it up in chat. Yeah. So, actually, what you're saying right there, actually, yeah. So this game, there were plenty of. Oh, thank you for the bits. Yeah. The Black Bass series itself would have future iterations. But it will also have some offshoots. This is the Blue Marlin.
Time to die off the coast of Florida.
Period.
Well, someone just did.
Nope, they're back.
Like, just this music makes me think it's a story about someone who died out at sea.
Yeah.
The perfect Marlin.
Okay,
Rise from the sea like Poseidon himself.
Oh.
Called it.
Whoop. Okay, so yeah, the Blue Marlin. Okay, so this actually game is a little bit longer than that, than Black Bass, and a little bit more involved. But yeah, you can almost see this as an evolution of the mechanics from the Black Bass. However, I'll go ahead and say, done a lot better. So basically the flow of this game is you're in a tournament. There are 4 stages of the tournament. First one is in Florida, the next 3 are in Hawaii. Basically your goal is to get a marlin that is of a certain weight. You are given 3 different areas. So should we go to Cape Canaveral, Palm Beach, or Miami?
Cape Canaveral.
Miami.
It's got a lighthouse.
So?
Also, well, how about this? Which of these pieces of music do you like better? This? Or this?
Cape Canaveral.
Okay.
Cape Canaveral,
Yep.
definitely.
Okay, so we now control a boat. Also, the first thing I'm going to do is actually select some of these things. So you can select your line. So if you remember hearing the tension on the line almost break during the Black Bass. This is definitely in that game. Setting your line to be lighter will make it easier to reel in. However, it will make it easier to break. So I tend to like it, making it a little bit lighter. Line length is basically exactly what it is. I don't see a reason why you'd want to have longer line because it makes it harder to reel in. So I always have shorter. Lure. I tend to almost always use live. And then depth of the lure, that does not really play into until you get to later levels.
That looks like an R, so all I'm seeing is floors.
Okay, so we drive around our boat, and then at some point, also that sun in the corner, that is actually saying, oh, here's a school fish. Let's drag our line over them, and eventually, okay. So, kind of the same mechanics, except it's a little bit more involved.
Huh.
I feel like I've seen this before.
It's probably because I've streamed this before. This is this is a very kind of enjoyable fishing game. Okay, so you're kind of looking at like 2 different things. You see how the kind of that hook is bobbing out of the fish's mouth? You don't want that to go out. You don't want that to fall out because eventually it basically say that it's popping out of the fish's mouth. Like it's getting close. In order to reset it, you just kind of wiggle back left and right. But you're also wanting to listen to your line's tension to make sure that it's not getting close to snapping. And there. Also, you want to take a look at your stamina, because if you run out of stamina, it makes it harder to reel stuff in. Okay, so that was a Barracuda.
I like how you're basically Arnold as the Terminator.
You really only want to keep marlin. There is a purpose to catching normal fish, though, because you actually have stats.
No, so you level up off of them?
Yes. Also, if you take a look at the rod, which happens to be, they got the license for Zebco, you see there's a little crank on the right. Whoop. That is basically it's putting resistance on the line. So if I put it all the way down, it makes it harder to reel in. However, it also makes it harder for the fish to take it. So it's kind of slows it down. It basically controls the speed of which it's basically the back and forth.
Like goofy ass fish.
That's a handsome boy.
I think and if I remember correctly reading, I believe the Dorado is actually what goes into Mahi Mahi. Or something like that. Okay, so you see those seagulls?
Catch a seagull.
Well, the thing is that the seagulls actually, they're kind of different. Like, Marlins are going to be their own thing on the map. The thing is that there's only a few ways you can get a marlin to appear. One of them is to put your little casting, I don't know exactly what to call it, but basically to put your little thing underneath the flock of seagulls, and a marlin will occasionally appear underneath it. Another way to do it, to get a marlin to appear, is to kind of get your... And this could be a reason why you want to have a longer line, but it's to get your thing to kind of go behind a school of fish. Occasionally. Also, you don't want to drive through the middle of a school of fish, or else you will cause it, yeah, to do that.
So you're saying something about the sun before.
Yes. So the sun, you see how it's in the bottom left now? That actually serves as our timer. Because the sun will go around in a kind of a clockwise fashion, and when it gets to the, like, basically, if it's in the bottom right, you only have a little bit of time left that you can go catch fish. Okay, Rado. See? Okay. So body strength. You start out at D, you will go to C, B, A, and then double A. Body strength with that... Nope, not S. What body strength covers is the amount of vitality you have. Now, also sometimes when you're trying to catch a school of fish, you actually need to pay attention to the music. Because there will occasionally be another song that plays. Here.
This is light years better.
Yes.
Yes. That's actually pretty relaxing.
It is. Oh, also, there's two levels of line tension noise. So, like, this is like, okay, you're getting close. But when it gets, like, really frantic, or I guess...
It's gonna break.
Yep. You were very close to having a break. Okay, there we go. Oh! Also, occasionally there will be just events that happen. So there's a little bit of luck involved with those. But they're usually not that big.
You're getting unlucky.
Yes. Although there is a particularly nasty event that can occur that really sucks, especially because I think it can happen against a marlin. Which is a shark comes and eats your fish.
Now that is some garbage.
It is very rare that it occurs, though.
Ram that spear into the water. A lot of Dorado here.
Yep. Ooh, this is going to be a heavy one. Oh. Well, I don't know if it's actually supposed to be a spear. I think it might be a net that they just drew poorly. I don't know why I couldn't say that.
Or poorly drew.
Yes. There we go.
Poorly drew. Nancy's long-lost brother.
Okay, body strength B. The nice thing is, though, is that if you get your body strength up to, or like any of your things up to AA, you don't have to grind anymore. Throughout the entire game.
Marlin just does not want to show up.
They won't show up naturally. They need something else to come spawn it. Here, maybe if I troll underneath. Oh. Oh, don't fly off! Damn it.
Pretty tricky maneuvers there.
Also, one other thing is that your boat, if you ram into too many things as the boat, your boat can get damaged. Ah, you hear this piece of music? We caught ourselves a shark.
Oh, sweet.
Amazing.
Here's the thing. Catching shark is pretty much pointless because you don't get XP from them.
Oh.
Also, you shouldn't catch shark.
Yeah.
Well, let me check to make sure that...
So it's just there to waste time and resource.
Oh yeah, here's all your stats. So your muscle power is basically what you would imagine it'd be. It's basically...
Your mighty body.
Basically makes it so that you pull in things faster. Skill has to do with those random events. Like, if you get do more of them successfully, because you're usually given a choice on some of them, do them more successfully, it makes it so you're more likely to do it successfully later on. Let's see, stats information. Okay, the thing with using light bait is that you need to check, make sure your freshness of your bait. The thing is, though, I've never actually seen it go dead, but apparently it can happen. Ah, there we go. Oh!
Huh.
That's weird. Because a marlin, when you catch a marlin, it has a different piece of music. So this is not going to be a marlin. I bet you this is going to be a swordfish. Or tuna.
Tuna.
I mean, tuna are good.
Yeah, but I can't win off a tuna.
Like that guy just running on that bit of land over there.
Yeah, at some point you just get a rhythm down for when you need to let go and when you need to reel in. As far as my muscle strength hasn't gone up yet. Yeah, the game's music is actually really good, especially the Marlin music, or when you get into, I guess, don't know if I'd call it a fight, but basically when you catch a Marlin, the piece of music
Angling for a Marlin.
Yeah.
Very odd conditions on which you need to get a marlin.
There we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I was looking at, so either say to the side or just behind them. So I feel like staying behind is probably safer.
Also, here's the thing that sucks about Marlin is that they can jump. Okay, so this is going to be
absolute fuckers.
This is going to be a bit of an involved experience. I'm going to have to wriggle the thing back. Oh! Shit! Yeah, that's the thing. I thought there was another step of, hook. Damn. God damn it.
The fish know. They've
Everything keeps on exploding.
They witnessed your crimes, Lolo.
God damn it. Baby, come on. I don't think this one's gonna be one that gives me one.
You don't say.
Damn it. Yes, you can damage your boat by running into too many things.
Amazing.
Okay. Finally. Yeah, you tend to get your body strength up really quickly. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's try this one more time. This is gonna be a small one. Oh. Okay, what should I do?
Swing the rod.
Swing the rod!
Swing that shit.
Well,
Shit.
No! Why am I so bad at fishing?
there we go. Ah, swordfish.
Not quite a marlin.
I think it will count though. Let's catch this and then let's, because I think as long as you have hit a fish that hits the weight threshold for, because there's practically a set cap for like, okay, if you get a fish over this this weight, you will win this tournament. So once you catch one that's of that size, you can just basically go and get it, like turn in and go on to the next stage.
Did you hit cap?
That is what I'm about to find out. You go up to the pier. Oh. Find the
Man,
hip.
look at all
There we
these
go.
sweet Cape Canaveral cows.
Let's see, let's weigh. How much was that swordfish? 374. Results for the day. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so yep, there's your password. And yeah, then you go to Hawaii. So yeah, you basically do that 3 more times, and then you beat the game. So yeah, that is the Blue Marlin.
God, that was like infinitely better than the first game.
Yeah, the Blue,
Yeah.
it is surprisingly good. Like, that is like one of my games that I just enjoy because it is really chilling to play, or not chilling, but like it is just really like fun to play.
Relax.
It is a very relaxing game.
Oh, it did almost everything exactly the opposite of Black Bass,
Yeah.
where it talked you through the process. It gave you stuff to look at instead of your boat just teleporting square by square. You actually moved around. and then it took you straight to the reeling part, and then you have like great questions like should you swing the rod?
Yeah.
Also, it's several different music tracks.
Yes.
Several different music tracks. The graphics were just better. There was like stuff to look at.
I will go ahead and say though that this game has one of the ugliest ending screens that I've ever seen in a video game.
Oh.
Let me get a link to it. Also, let me add things I'm going to have to edit in later. Let me see. Is it under Blue Marlin or the Blue Marlin? There it is. There you go.
Get it, Finn?
Yep. Yeah, it is. Your dude is not drawn well. But yeah.
Just amazing tits.
Yes.
Very stacked.
All right. So the Blue Marlin, in terms of ranking, I would also call that a Dex game. I would probably put that above Shoot the Bullet.
Yeah.
Debating about whether or not I want to put it above Point Blank, though.
I think as an overall package, I feel like Point Blank is better personally.
That sounds about... I'm fine with that. Blue Marlin... 1992, I believe? 91. Well, December 27th, 91. I'm just going to put 92. Also by Hobby. Practically the only ever good game they ever did. Okay, so SNES. Or not SNES, NES. Sport. Okay, soundtrack.
It's
It
actually
was
pretty
honestly
good.
pretty good.
I don't know if I'd put it in A territory, but I'd definitely say it's at least B.
I would say, like, yeah, B. I would personally say B.
Yeah, I agree.
World building, I would probably say X.
There is no world. It's just standard death fishing competitions.
Craft.
Fishing.
This is probably one of the best fishing games I've ever played. Like, even minigame wise, like in any other games, this is one of the best fishing games I've played.
I don't know if it's because they used a better cartridge, but they definitely had some serious graphics on display.
Yeah. The only thing I would say about the tension beeping potentially are like kind of being annoying is that that's kind of there might not be a whole lot of other. Well, I say that because I shouldn't, but I was going to say that it's a pretty good way of telling you what the tension is. Because meter itself, well, depending upon how you do the meter, that could probably be a better way of doing it. But I'm fine with it being that way because it is something that you can focus. The nice thing about it being not just a meter is that you can focus on looking at the hook being in the mouth. While also hearing the tension, you can get the information from both things by only looking at one thing. So it does help with a little bit of concentration. But it is pretty irritating sometimes. But yeah, craft.
Well, they definitely put some effort into it.
Yeah. I'm just debating about whether or not I want to go full A.
I mean, what do you think they could have done that would have been better?
That's the thing. I can't think of really anything.
I mean, it looks like they used a good cartridge. The seat swivels, There's a variety of fish, and I especially like the interactivity that instead of just like this vague voice, this is a nice fishing spot. Like someone shows up and asks you questions, and then if you make a bad choice, tells you that was a bad choice. You actually get feedback.
The only thing I'll say
ahead.
about those feedbacks, I'm not 100% certain. I think those are random.
Even if they're random, they were way better than just sitting here and not knowing what the hell was going on.
That is true.
In terms of craft, even if they are random, they still make you feel like you're a fisherman with other people and having some sort of fishing experience. So even if it's random, I would still say it contributes to the craft.
And we're putting it up against games at that time, and at that time, I would say this is one of the higher end.
And I would say even now.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely contemporary because people have made entire YouTube careers out of yelling at games for not having manuals. So
I'd put it A.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Impact. This I would probably put down here. Because not a lot of people know about this game, which is a shame.
No, I don't know how well this ranks with other fishing games because I'm guessing that's its own genre.
Yeah, because fishing games, other than a particular one, there is not a whole lot of famous fishing games.
I mean, I'm guessing Cabela through there.
I don't know if Cabela has fishing games. I know they have.
Well, the thing is, like, there's a bunch of fishing franchises, but yeah, no, it's
Sega Bass Fishing, I think.
Yeah, Sega Bass Fishing is pretty big. There's the MMO.
Part of it is like the degree of complexity. What are you looking for?
Yeah. Yeah, because like those games are like they are simulations of fishing. This is almost this is like halfway between.
This looks like an underserved market.
Yes.
Good fishing games are fishing games are like the weird thing that I really enjoy, but you wouldn't have expected that. I see like fishing mini games out and games and stuff like that.
Oh god.
And just like it's an incredibly there's a good fishing game is really hard.
And every good
fishing mini games. Oh god, fishing mini games need to die.
I love fishing mini games.
Right.
Fight.
Yeah, this is a fight for another time. If they were more like the Blue Martin, I would enjoy them a lot more.
My good buddy Martin.
Or Blue Marlin, my bad.
The best one that I personally played has been Fishing Planet. That's just me though.
Yeah. Age. This is aged a lot better than other games. Like, I would probably say that this game is pretty easy if you were to just pick it up and play it. Like, even if you're more used to modern games.
Well, you weren't fast forwarding through crap.
No, yeah, I wasn't fast forwarding. That's true.
So B.
Yeah,
I would say that.
Yeah. The fact that you have to write down a password as long as your arm is the only downside.
That's kind of annoying. Also, touch.
I mean, like, the mechanics work well, but the way to get to the right fish, I feel, is a bit obtuse. Just a little bit.
I can see that.
Yeah, that was definitely like a bit of weirdness.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking C, although if maybe D.
I'd say C.
Yeah, I'm thinking the C more. But unless if you thought that would be a little bit like if you're seeing that me play that and thought that was confusing, then because I'm used to it, if that doesn't make sense. And also, I remember actually looking up the manual for this, and I believe the manual actually does go a little bit more into depth, like saying like, oh hey, if you follow seagulls, you're more likely to have a marlin. Stuff like that. So
I mean, I wouldn't say the game's difficult, just a little they hid the important stuff a bit, but if you've got the manual or just read an FAQ, I'd say C seems pretty good for this.
Okay, that's what I was thinking as well. All right. So yeah, that is the Blue Marlin. This next game hopefully shouldn't take quite as long to load. Also, hopefully it is going to actually pop up and hopefully not be super loud. Because Hot V was not the only company that made fishing games.
Oh, Jesus Christ, more fishing.
Come on. Okay, take it back. Apparently it is taking a while to load. Come on. This is a SEGA game.
Whoa.
SEGA.
That is an
It's
awful
seizure
noise.
fishing, apparently.
This is...
Come on.
Okay. I'm guessing Saturn.
Dreamcast, actually. Well, technically PC.
Ah, so close, because it has Dreamcast water.
It is time. Finally!
Wiggle that wiggle.
Back!
Oh god.
Gross.
We've been forward. No.
So yeah, this is SEGA Bass Fishing.
Someone
Yep.
had to model the inside of a fish.
Is the sound too loud?
That seems fine.
Okay.
Model
Alright.
and texture.
Okay, so I'm just gonna play.
That is the
feel
most
worse
rock
with-
music I've ever heard.
Like,
with
I feel worse
fishing.
with a dude doing the texture work for the inside of the mouth.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do arcade mode.
Welcome to
Oh yeah, 'cause this is originally an arcade game, actually. That had like full controller. I'm just gonna do it
Let's
lodge.
go to the lodge. It's pretty sweet there.
Okay. So we need to get 9 pounds worth of fish.
I've heard the lodge is lovely
Enjoy
this time
your
of year.
fishing. Select the lure.
Okay, so
Getting in there is a real bitch, though.
we're timed. We need to pick a. I just like this
Select the
one.
casting point.
You don't get to select how far. You just throw it out whenever,
Find it.
and then you just gradually. For this one, we just need to gradually kind of get a fish. Also, this game is a lot faster than other games.
Yeah, it's
Oh god.
definitely got a pace to it.
Almost able to attention. Be careful.
You are playing a dangerous game.
Average size. Good job.
Yep.
Adding bonus.
And then you just go get another fish.
Find
It's
it.
pretty great though.
Why do these always tell you the water temperature? How does that change anything?
Well,
It's a
fish
nice
will,
little bit of flavor.
and some fish prefer a different temperature.
No. Small one.
I love the voice work in this game.
It's real good.
It's coming near.
Come on.
So digging this sweet ass base.
Oh, come on.
Some good bait slapping going on.
Hit bonus.
Powerful base slapping.
Mm.
You're almost there. Be careful.
Also, controls are incredibly simple. Basically, you just hold down the trigger. Since I'm using, well, actually, I can just do this, and then yeah, that's your controls. basically you're just reeling in and then trying to kind of match the direction that the fish is going in.
Huh. So they have updated it for modern controllers.
Yes. This is a PC port. Which I bet you could get this for a song with the Steam.
Wood paneled controller was a nice touch.
It is nice. One thing about this game that was nice playing in the arcade, because you would have to literally reel it in. So you'd like get a good arm workout trying to just reel that thing in as fast as you possibly could. Or can. Oh, damn.
Yeah, there are a few peripherals for fishing games out there.
There was definitely one for the Dreamcast. The one that was a Dreamcast launch title.
There was one for the Wii as well, if I remember correctly. I had a, I didn't have a Dreamcast, but I did have a Wii, and I know I had a. I also had one of those little Tiger handheld type dealies that was just a fishing rod.
Oh.
Okay. Sides. Good job. You got a special lure. Launch area cleared.
Oh, cool.
Go to next area, Cape area.
Okay, now I need 11.
It wasn't launched, but it was shortly after.
Okay.
Select the lure.
Okay, so popper. Okay, it's at the top.
Select the captain point.
Yeah, it was actually, in the US, it was, the same month of launch.
Okay.
But in Japan, it was months after. And the arcade version had been out well before that.
Oh.
Because the arcade version itself came out in '97.
Oh.
Lolo, please.
Got it. Don't worry, I got it.
This one.
Look at this powerful fish.
9? Jeez.
I'm bonus.
She was flexing.
God, this one is a 10.
This is a really tight time limit.
It's just that basically you have 3 minutes and it just continues on.
Oh, because it's arcade.
Yes.
Okay, an average size. Good job. Go to inlet area.
Is that yours,
Just
Torpid?
barely.
Yep.
Was that your cat, Torpid?
No, she's passed out next to
Enjoy
me.
your fishing.
No, that's my cat.
Select the lure.
Okay, let's try... let's just try... Let's try this.
Select the captain point.
She has a little blanket nest near my chair. She's just passed out in it right now.
Mine was just fussing for some treats. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's kind of lame that they count down while you're trying to pick the lure.
They do.
Arcade.
We want you, money.
Oh, a big one. I'm bonus.
God, I love this voice acting.
Fish!
Yeah, that is the one thing that I just remember. It's just you try and play. You just get it's all. Oh, come on, come on. I know you guys want it.
Bite it. Look at that big ass one on the back. I love how excited he is. Fish!
Okay, an average
Oh my
size.
fucking
You got a
god,
special
Lolo.
lure. I'm bonus.
And you ain't catching shit, but I'm still impressed.
Well, the good thing is that... Oh, time's up. There we go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you basically put in another quarter. And you just get another go.
Okay.
So let's take a look at... Okay, so I got the special minnow. There's some... What did you do?
It was suspend minnow.
Let's go back to this one.
Okay, an average size. Good job. Time bonus.
The only thing that I don't really like is the fact that you can't really see your surroundings that well. Oh, okay, so... Oh!
Ooh, pulled it right out of his bite there. Easiest catch.
Should at least be 2. Okay, so now that we've beaten all 3 of those areas, get your super bass.
Ah, yes. Ancient royal fish.
Okay.
Let us eat the bourgeoisie.
With tartar sauce. Okay, so I know that it is a deep fish. I believe it is...
Ah, a deep crank. Finally. Gotta climb down the stairs.
Is that... Oh.
Holy shit, those are big.
Here we go.
This is a real horror game. You really like to live dangerously with your rod open.
So much anxiety.
Lolo, please.
This one's huge.
That is a
Holy
meaty fish.
Rank terrific.
There we go.
Cleared all the
Ooh.
areas. The biggest bass you've caught.
Congrats.
Grandmaster. Your bass fishing technique is great.
You did it, you're a grandmaster.
Please enter
For a
your
moment there, I thought they were having the fish act as if it was the narrator.
Wait, second?
Yeah. Because...
Yes.
Oh! Oh, what?
Haha! Fuck! What? Wait, what?
What? Do the different lures get different points?
No!
I don't think so. It was just... It just put me lower.
It was the cumulative weight of all the fish caught, or whatever. That is some trash! Holy fuck, that is some rudeness. The purest goddamn disrespect by this game. This fart horn is how I feel.
I had a keyboard that did that exact sound effect. It's those old Casios.
I appreciate like the dead knights under the water here.
It adds to the flavor of the fish when you cook the fish from here.
Also, I should point out that there are some extra modes. Like there is like kind of almost like a tournament mode, like the Black Bass had. That is a little bit more intricate. So, kind of like the Dreamcast port of Crazy Taxi. So it's not just this. There are actually a lot more intricate modes.
I want to play Fish Souls.
Oh, so Ace of Seafood.
That's something else. Okay.
Game over.
That's a good game over screen. But yeah, that is actually let's just do this and then there's a practice mode, so I guess you could just do whenever. Original mode, yeah, and then this is basically just a tournament mode. So yeah, that's SEGA Bass Fishing. It's a pretty solid fishing game that's readily available. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Also I forgot to do that. The only thing I would say about it is that the fishing, if you're playing with the actual like crank, it's a lot more like you get something a little bit more out of it than if you're just playing with a standard controller. Because when you're just playing with a standard controller, you're basically just holding down the trigger and just eventually you'll.
Even still, like it's pretty fun because it's
also,
like
as Kronos mentioned, you can get it for $1.20 on Steam.
Oh shit!
So, yeah, you can't. And even normally, I think it's like $5. So it is It is really good at that price. But even at not at that price, but yeah, it's a pretty solid fishing game. That being said, there's still something about. I feel like there's a little bit more to the Blue Marlin as a whole than SEGA Bass Fishing. But if you I would almost put them in the same tier, solely because of the fact that both of those games kind of go. The Blue Marlin's really good if you want something like, kind of something that you're working towards. Like if you want a longer fishing experience, the Blue Marlin kind of has more going for it. Whereas SEGA Bass Fishing is, like that took like 10 minutes to fully like get what you need out of it. So it's almost like two heads of a coin, where it's like they're both really good fishing games. One's more of a long-term kind of fishing game. The other is very arcadey. Also, it's fishing that you can get really quickly, which is kind of nice. So I'm actually thinking of putting it in the same tier. Any objections?
No.
I mean, personally, I'd play it more, but yeah, no, I can get behind that.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with Torpid. I'd honestly prefer that one to Blue Marlin.
That's what the Blue Marlin's definitely more relaxing, while this is more hectic and chaotic. But that's just like I personally prefer that, which is why I'm saying that.
Yeah, and I there's something I really like about the it is a very good podcast game, or very good have a YouTube video in the background. Like there is you very much can get a rhythm out of it that you don't have to think a whole lot about it.
But yeah, no, so I can completely get behind that.
Okay. Bass fishing. 18. 19. I really need to take a look. You said 97?
Yes, it was 97 for the original arcade release.
I'll put arcade. Because it was probably I think it's Naomi Hardware, which is practically a Dreamcast.
It was the
or is it
Model
Model 3? Okay. Which anyway. Yeah. Atonal. And also OST. There was some pretty
all right.
There was some good butt rock in there.
Good butt rock, some good ass slap bass.
Yeah.
Sweet grooves all around.
I don't know if I'd go full A, but I'd say definitely.
No, it's not something I would listen to, say, outside of the game, but itself is pretty solid.
It adds to the experience.
Yes. Usually when I see A, I think something I would be willing to listen to outside of the context of the game.
Yeah, I can definitely get behind that.
World done.
Yeah, it's a standard fishing game.
There's some like goofy little areas, but the game itself has none. The weird areas are purely for flavor, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like the castle.
Yeah. That being said, craft.
It is very good.
Yeah, because they have managed to make high-speed fishing.
Yeah, I put this at like an A.
I could be behind that because this is the best game, and it's even better if you can get the actual controller for it too, because it'll get you a good arm workout, and it's really it is a very fun game to play with a controller, and I think it's actually relatively easy to get. So yeah, I would be behind putting an A. Impact. This is probably one of the more well-known fishing games. So I would say at least a C.
I would say B, because I think isn't this like a bigger franchise?
It's not. I don't think it's not a franchise. It's just this particular game is very well known.
Yeah.
SEGA Bass Fishing, also known as Get Bass.
Yes. Also, fish.
Just a good name.
Oh, Dip! I found the controller for $15.
Get Bass is a good ass name.
Age. There's a little bit of jank to it.
Yeah.
Just a teeny bit.
But just a teeny bit. Like a B.
I'd say B.
Touch. If you're playing a controller,
it's an arcade game.
Yeah. If you're playing this is incredibly simple to get to. Not completely mindless, but not. Yeah. So I would put B.
Well, yeah, because it's supposed to be fast paced, so the whole catching a fish bit in particular is going to be simplified.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is SEGA Bass Fishing. Now let me make sure that I got this right.
It's a good ass game.
And then this, and then this. Okay, so yeah, that is that's like a bass fishing. That's enough fishing. So I think for our last game, we should take a look at a game in which we really need to fend for ourselves. A game where we need to basically be in kind of a wilderness and kind of be on our own. And if we need to, kind of forage around the local areas to survive in order to get to a destination.
Yes. Just get on with it. We all know what you mean.
Okay, so, yeah. So this is the Oregon Trail.
Yep.
Oh, good. It's time to die.
The one and only, the original survival game.
Yes. So, yeah. Developed by MECC, much like Number Munchers. It's a PC port. Meant to be based on the original, there's actually, several original versions of this. There was mostly a text-based version, then there were some with slight graphics. Then there is this version, which is kind of the one that people kind of, when they think classic Oregon Trail, it's kind of based on this version.
Yeah, I remember playing it in on the computer in the library at my fucking school.
And this much like Number Munchers is like a game that was practically, or more like Math Blasters, was basically in every single computer lab.
Mm-hmm.
For good reason.
And that was for many years after it came out. It was that and SimCity were like the two really big ones I remember when I was.
Yeah, this is a game that persisted for a long time.
Yeah.
Apple II. I remember taking the giant floppy, jamming it in there, and playing this on Apple II.
This is actually more based on the version that came out on the Apple II. So let's learn about the Trail first.
And there's a board game.
Yes. So yeah. Basically we are kind of covering the Oregon Trail, that mid 1800s. Basically during the whole Manifest Destiny thing. Basically we want to take ourselves from the east coast of the US to the west coast.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. Because we're idiots.
That last line though, or will you plod through dust 6 inches deep?
How we cross rivers. So yeah, there will be rivers we need to cross.
Can't afford it.
Yes.
Oh boy, we're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Okay.
Snake bites all around.
All sorts of stuff. Okay, Control S key.
Can't wait to die of dysentery.
Right.
I love that the tutorial, the opening tutorial stuff is like, you could also die.
Yes.
You're gonna die.
So let's travel on
The original Dark Souls.
Let's not. Okay, so we have 3 different options. Basically, this is difficulty. Let's just do easy mode. Okay.
I better be in this wagon.
Of course, I better.
How do you? Good thing I have.
Hey, you probably just could have gone with axe. Oh god, you were fucking up axolotl hard.
Just call me X.
Okay.
Damn, dude.
Okay, so why don't I do this real quick? Let me bring up.
Although I do like the sound of Axoloyal.
Okay, so what I need you guys to do.
It just sounded like he was having a stroke while trying to say your name.
I got a extra seat here. Okay.
Oh man, are you gonna do a raffle?
Once I find the button. Where the hell is the raffle? I know it. I've done it before.
It should be somewhere.
What are you using?
Oh, giveaway. The stream ball.
Okay.
Yeah, here it is. Okay, so let's try this. And let's do. Okay. Nice. Okay, so. You're already in the wagon.
How dare you? So help me if you fuck up this raffle.
I mean, I think I can just pick a different winner. Okay, let's see. A little bit. I see that there's some other people in the chat. I want to actually put it in there. Okay, let's do.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I think that's everyone. All right, let's do this. Okay. Alright, it is Tyrion.
I was seriously hoping I could win it.
I think that's how it's felt. Okay. So. Yes. Okay, so we have a thing where we can pick where basically if we go too early. Well, here, I'll just do this. Okay. Leave too early, there won't be enough grass. Leave too late, you're gonna get stuck in winter. So naturally, you're probably gonna want to go in the middle. So, May.
Will we leave in like April or May?
Yep, I left in May. Okay, so we have $1,600. We can buy whatever we want at the store. Since we...
You can take care. You can take care of that.
Yep. So let's see. I think I can do up to 6 yoke.
2 oxen in 1 yoke, so 3 yokes. Yes.
Food. We can only let's take the maximum amount of food. 3, 24. We're gonna need a lot of that. Let's take
about 100 bullets.
Yeah, it was number boxes. Yeah.
400.
5. I think I'd take 3 of each. There. Okay.
Damn, we're loaded.
The guy in the bottom right, though.
He looks like he just got out of bed.
He does not look like he's wearing clothes.
And I like how he's the only one with any semblance of an actual face.
Okay, let's look.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to go from Independence to Oregon City.
Why do we want to go to Oregon? Oregon sucks.
So we can go to El Dorado instead.
Really go to Fort Walla Walla.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at what our pace is.
God, I'm just like forever reminded of the Mega 64-bit
Okay, so
for Oregon Trail.
So steady basically is probably the one that you want to go if you don't want your people to die. But if you're right next to something, you might want to just go grueling just to get there, even though it's going to probably take away your health. So let's do steady for now. And then food rations. We have a lot of food. But yeah, we have enough food. So, before I start, I went ahead, because this game doesn't really have any in-game music, and prepared a playlist.
All right.
So let's go ahead and start with...
Bring on all the remixes of Yankee Doodle.
Yes. Okay. Hey.
I love wild fruit.
Do we want to look around?
Do we really need to?
Sure.
That is a great ass tree.
Let's continue. We must cross the river. It is 4 feet deep.
Are you telling me we should ford the river? Because it sounds like you're fucking saying
Oh no!
ford the river.
No, we can't ford the.
Do
We
this.
gotta ford the river.
Not gonna make it.
We're gonna make it!
No!
It's gonna die. Ah! Fucker!
Jesus, we lost everything!
We're fine.
How did we lose 5 oxen?
No!
We had like 20 though.
Jesus. We lost like almost all of our.
Well, let's see.
We lost all of our wagon dogs.
Axles.
Oh, it was axles.
Yeah, we still have 7. We have a lot still.
God, that was great. I love this.
Like,
Sure.
I
you
love
make
it.
it half a day, you collect it.
Board it.
Okay,
No.
this one's 2.8 feet deep.
Board it.
This one we
Don't
can
do
do.
it. No.
We can
Never
do it.
board the
Don't be a
rivers.
bitch.
We got
We're
this.
fine.
Yes!
Your supplies got
Stop
wet.
being such a coward.
Okay.
The worst wagon crew you could ask for.
Yeah, because I do want to.
Replace all the shit we lost on that
Buy
terrible
some
board.
goddamn axles. Wait, did we also magically lose money?
Oh yeah, we
No.
did lose some cash.
Yeah.
We left with 900.
Okay.
It's floating down the river.
Bye, money.
I think that was good.
I think we're good
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah. What? Okay.
What?
What?
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
God, you suck.
I've just never seen it. I've never seen that happen before. Oh god.
God.
Oh my god, we were so bad at this.
Okay, we need to mutiny or something.
God, this is fucking.
Whoop.
It's too bad Torpid left.
Oh no!
Tyrion,
Oh no.
it begins.
Oh no!
Great. My leg. My leg.
No!
No!
Let's just stop and rest for a moment.
Fucking Max.
Oh no.
Did you turn it off and then on again?
Well, let's try. How do I do this? It's... No, that's what I do.
We're stopping to rest.
Okay, let's see. Where's my stuff? Okay, there it is.
Oh!
Oh, what?
No!
God, no! Even the game is racist!
Oh, that's the accents.
Lolo, what are you pulling us into?
No.
Torpo's got dysentery and a broken arm. He's not long for this world. The cloud looks a little menacing.
Well. 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 Okay, you know what?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Let's give Torpid all of the shit.
How much food do I have left? Well.
Ah! No! Oh, that's Independence Rock. Okay, I thought it was just a cloud.
Oh, also. Whoop. to rest for a couple days.
Fuck you, Torpid! You got all of them! I'll give you all of my cholera.
Alright.
Typhoid Torpo.
Okay, you know what? Oh god, this is gonna be great.
Expert hunt. Typhoid typist. Air quotes, expert hunting. I love how we had like 1,900 pounds and we were only able to take 100 back.
Let's just go this way. Okay, you know what? Let's...
I think this music is very appropriate for our current situation.
Yes.
Really spends money on food.
Yeah.
We're at like, I think, 500 pounds.
Yeah.
What is it?
35, so it's $35 for $100. Okay, 400.
I think we could go a little higher than that 'cause we still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
How much money do we have?
422. Buy some more food.
Buy 500 more pounds. It's only $1.75 out of.
There we go.
That should put us a little safer.
Yeah. I think you're still alive.
Give none of it to Torpid. Yeah, you're still alive. You have typhoid, a
But
broken
still
arm.
10 sets of clothing. Oh no.
God damn it,
no.
Torpid. Holy shit.
Oh no!
In your face, Torpid!
Rick.
I found fruit.
So it's you, Axe, and Tyrion left, right?
I think so.
I'm gonna be the last one on the wagon, just you watch. Lolo and Tyrion are gonna kick it, and I'm gonna have to drag this shit right in. Carnival died of a broken arm. Tyrion's got a broken arm. I forget if there's a way to see what each individual person has going on.
That's what I was looking for either. I couldn't find it.
Let me see.
Actually, how far are we? I think we're about halfway.
Nine myths you learn from playing. Sweet are made of these? 9 myths you learn from playing Oregon Trail. No thank you. I'm trying to find how you can check that, and the first thing that comes up is where are they now? Diseases that killed you in Oregon Trail.
That is...
Yes.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Fuck off, Torpid. You're trying to get us killed.
That resting did get us in... Oh, whoops. Oh, you're gonna die now.
Wait, what happened?
The wagon wheel broke.
Wait, did I die?
No, you just broke a leg or something.
Eat all of the ass, Torpid. Every last
Oh,
inch.
that's not good.
Ah! No! I don't take it back. I'll suck the venom out myself. I don't care. Your curse only makes me stronger.
Because you're actually kind of close. Lies. I don't want to get a little bit more food.
No, I don't think you can actually check to see status of your the people who are still alive. Oh, jeez.
Oh!
It's alright, I didn't need it anyway. They're clearly purple.
Okay, so... the Fort Wall Law.
Might as well pick. I was gonna say pick up.
Oh
some
wait!
more food.
Oh, that's what. Oh, nice.
Okay. Rough trail. No
Oh,
shit.
geez. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I think we're gonna make it.
Here we go.
Oh, let's see, actually. Oh god, yeah.
This is so dramatic.
Oh, I think that's it. Hey!
Yes! Suck it, Torpid!
We made
I
it
can't
longer.
believe it! I can't believe it! I've never seen this happen.
I am picking up your tombstone and swinging it around.
We got 3 people in good health.
I am sad too. Oh.
Hold on.
This game is racist. This game is racist.
Truly, this was the horror run of the game since you died first.
Well, I mean, I can satisfy Orphan. Let's do March.
This is amazing.
5.
I will fucking die if none of us die. And we just make it all the way.
3. Oh. You're done. There. Change pace. Put that 3. 5. 3. Continue on trail. Let's see how far we go.
Come on, axes!
Turbo speed.
They've stacked it against us, but we can fucking persevere.
No.
I still can't believe this game actually has an ending. I don't think it actually wins.
Board. Well.
Triple kill.
Oh my god.
No.
It seems like the game is listing for deaths too.
Rip.
Alright, there's still 2 of us. That was 1 letter away from having another one of us go. I love that. Oh, there we go.
Let's see. Where are we? Oh.
There's just 1 more of me.
Up. Yep, there we go. It'd go.
Just right, suck it, Torpid.
No, I need to take a look at something.
I am capping that.
Damn, if only we had the salute command.
All
right.
That was wonderful.
That was the Oregon Trail. So yeah, that definitely belongs in the edutainment, or the int list.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Where
I'd probably play it over Jeopardy.
I would probably play this over Number Munchers. Or actually, maybe not. Yeah, I'd probably put it above Jeopardy. Specifically the NES version of Jeopardy.
Yeah.
That's 3.5.
Let's get the ease one out of the way. Just impact. Yes.
Don't even give it a letter grading. Just write yes.
It won't let me. Okay. Crap. When did this version come out? Not sure I can find out. Copyright 88 to 91. Or actually, I think I can do this. Okay. I'm gonna just put 91 then. PC to the PC. And doesn't really have a tone. Soundtrack doesn't exist. World building doesn't really exist. Craft.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the world building because there's lots. I mean, it is all flavor text, but it does give descriptions of the areas.
I get a little picture, but it's kind of just taking it takes basic shots of like, oh, this is kind of what an area kind of looks like.
Mm.
Like it didn't really build up a whole lot. Like it's not like it's giving like, oh, here's little factoids or anything.
All right, that's fair.
So that's why I'd give it an X. Craft though. I would probably give. I mean, they thought a good way of like trying to treat like this kind of management kind of thing. But they don't.
I'd say about C.
Yeah, I would say C because I mean other iterations of it would enhance upon it. But yeah, it does what it needs to do. And yeah, impact A. Age. It's aged quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the kind of stuff that it does has been done in a lot better ways since then.
Yeah. And then touch.
Ooh, yeah, this one's not going to be high.
I would probably say C. Because if you play on the easiest they do give you an easy difficulty that is generally if you're playing it smart, you can beat pretty easily.
Well, I also bring up do we define beating it as doesn't matter how many of your team survives as long as you make it to Oregon?
Yes, it is as long as you make it there.
Okay,
as long as if you get a score, then yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because if we were going to go by getting a whole crew there, then
no.
Yeah, no. Just basic playing.
I was straight up thinking a whole crew there is impossible just because of how little control you have.
Yeah, you don't have enough control for that.
Yeah, that's true.
But So yeah, that's the Oregon Trail. And that is going to do it for this episode. So, yeah. Thank you for the bits. Yeah. So,
Fuck you, Axe!
From the grave. Corporate appears.
I live, motherfucker!
all right, on that note, I think we got to end this episode. So, yeah. Good night to those who are watching, unless you're watching in the day. But yeah. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Fuck you, Axe.
And that's where the video ends. If you would like to keep up to date with RetroRank Rhapsody, you can follow me on Twitter at LoloThePuzzlo, or join my Discord server by going to the URL discord.ldp.life. Thank you for watching, and I hope you stop by again.